Morning. I hope you're all having a great Monday. Just want to talk a little bit about my post on Facebook and Instagram this morning. I shared a picture of my so-called transformed body between March this year and July. So 4 months of daily exercise, five times a week, half an hour every day. And what you see is not completely shredding all my weight and my post baby weight, but more of a toned and stronger shape, which is also the reason why I exercise. So for me, it's not about losing weight or having the flattest abs. It's more about having a commitment, getting up every day, doing it. It's important to commit yourself to something every day, be it exercise or doing a vlog like this or writing your journal, whatever. Just having the commitment to do something day by day, every day, is to me a very important foundation to accomplishing anything else in life. You can't accomplish anything without commitment. Even taking the stairs takes a commitment. You have to take one step after the other. So I don't think it's healthy to starve yourself or have very stringent diets or detox to lose weight quickly, because then all you lose is your water weight, and you may even lose your muscles because your body needs nutrients and energy, and if you don't give it to your body, then it starts to eat your muscles. So that's why I don't diet. I eat a balanced diet, but I don't watch my calories. I eat desserts when I want to. I have carb. I eat rice and noodles. I love carbs. So I think it's important to exercise and committing to it daily. Have a great Monday. Ow! So it's 6 o'clock and it's stormy. If you live in Vietnam, you will know that this week we are hit by a typhoon. So it's been raining all day, bad for business. If you're in retail business like me, you will know that in Vietnam, weather plays a big factor in your sales. So if it's too hot, you get less customers. If it's too rainy, you also get less customers. That's why I've been pushing online sales more, because it's less dependent on weather, but it still affects the sales cycle, because if the weather is too challenging, the delivery, the shipping people will not be able to ship as quick as they would, which affects our sales. So yeah, today is not a good day for us, and I'm sure it's not a good day for many of you who are in this business of selling goods. And speaking of being in the business of retail, I want to stress something today that is very important. It's cash flow. So cash flow is the one thing in any business that will decide if you live or if you don't. If you have negative cash flow, you will not be able to exist, because you can't pay your staff, you can't pay your suppliers, you can't pay any vendors to provide services to you, so you can provide services to your customers. So cash flow is the one thing that is most important in any business. being in this business for 6 years already, I can say that cash flow is always my number one worry and priority whenever I make decisions and think about my business. Of course, I spend a lot of time investing in passion projects or investing in things that may not bring quick ROI or definite ROI, but I have to always make sure that at the back there are things that would churn out enough income to cover my costs in and out. So to me, net profit is not my number one concern. I think my business is still very young. Even in 5-6 years, it's still, to me, it's still in the startup phase. So net profit to me, less of a concern. Top concern is cash flow. So you have to be cash positive to be able to survive. So what happens if you are not cash positive, which happens a lot? In such cases, there are only two ways. One is to increase sales. Second is to cut costs. I tend to push sales harder than I push for costs to go down, because you can only save that much money every month if you decide to stop using air conditioning or to cut down by a few employees. Yeah, you can save an X amount of money a month, but if you spend your energy on trying to open up new sales channels, pushing bigger sales events, programs, spend some money on marketing, Facebook ads, social marketing, then I believe the return is much greater than the amount you could save from cutting your operational costs. I think it's important to keep your operational costs lean and low as much as possible, but don't cut it so much until you are unable to perform or your team is unable to perform. I have been through times where the company is in such poor cash condition that I had to stop my own payroll for a few months or reduce my own salary to save cash to pay my employees. And it's very bad to cut or delay your employees' payroll because they are your workers. So it has happened before, and if the time comes, then you being the leader or the CEO will have to take the shoot. If times get really bad, then you have to go to the decision of whether you would like to fund your business or not. So it could be your own cash if you have it, or if you could borrow, or it could be raising money from your investors, but a cash injection at that point will be needed to sustain the business. So those are the top few concerns regarding cash flow that any business owner would have. And if you listen to this and you think that this is so uninteresting and I'd rather make things I enjoy and not think about money in the books, then the bad news for you is that as long as you are a leader, as long as you own anything, as long as you sell anything that you passionately make, you will have to deal with cash issues. And I think even when times get bad, it's important not to be too pessimistic about it, and know that there's always more where that came from. So that's a phrase I heard a few years back, and it's always been at the back of my mind. Money, you can always make it, one way or another, there's always more of where it came from. So when you feel really low and really poor, just think of that phrase, refocus, gather your energy, and make sales happen, get more cash, and you will get through it. I've gotten through so many bad cash cycles. It's unbelievable how much money I have borrowed. Well, I've returned all the money that I've borrowed, but there will come a time when you're just so in need of cash for your business to survive. And one important thing is that you have to try everything before you start thinking about closing down or borrowing cash from strangers or other services. So I wish I could talk more about this, but I think let's keep it light. I'm going home soon to relieve my nanny, and I hope you had a good Monday, and I'm glad some of you have responded to my weekend cooking vlogs. I will do that more often now. Every weekend I'll try to put up a cooking vlog, and if you have any questions, hit me up on the comments below. Bye. I'm on my way home and it's super rainy. It took me half an hour to get a cab. Today is not really a great day. I have to say it's actually quite a bad day for me, for many reasons, weather being one of them, having a low day in terms of business as well, feeling kind of stuck in thinking new strategies. I feel headache from thinking too much today. So it's been a heavy day, just thinking about the future and what to do next, how to improve the business, and I get a low day like this every now and then. You probably will see it from time to time. It's just another day because you had a bad day. Yeah, and the weather is really miserable, so it adds on to the moody day of mine. To anyone out there who's feeling similar sentiments, I hear you, and let's hope tomorrow is a better day, though I hear it's going to rain for the rest of the week. I guess it's a good opportunity for me to be more focused, staying indoors and just brainstorming, thinking, planning, focusing, and wait until the sun shines again to hit it. Yeah, life is a lot of days of rain, but the sun will come back. So yeah, the driver is looking at me funny. See ya.